Good morning, students. This is the second lecture, and now we are going to see phenols. Now, what is phenol? OH attached to aromatic ring. Means here we talk about benzene ring. A benzene ring on which OH is attached, it is called as phenol. Now we'll see the reactions of phenol or how phenols are being prepared. Here I am taking a benzene ring. If I treat with sulfuric acid, here from here H and from here OH, water will remove out and you will get SO3H. And when this SO3H is treated with NaOH, H from here and OH from here, you will get sodium sulfate. And when it is treated with NaOH, you will get, see here I am showing the arrow here, this is called as sodium phenoxide. And when sodium phenoxide is treated with HCl, NaCl goes out and you get phenol. Same way from benzene, we can do chlorination and bring here chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene treated with NaOH. NaNCl will go out, HNCl will go out, you will get HCl, you will get again sodium phenoxide. And when sodium phenoxide is treated with HCl, you will get phenol. Same way, this was the popular method. From benzene, if you treat with propene, you will get cumene. And cumene, when undergoes oxidation in presence of cobalt naphthenate, you will get this kind of peroxide structure. And when it is treated with HCl and heated it, you will get phenol. Okay, now this is very important reaction known as diazotization. Aniline, we use nitrous acid, but nitrous acid is not available in lab. We need to prepare it. We need to prepare it by adding sodium nitrate and HCl. Then this NH2 group will be converted into N2 plus X minus. Here it is Cl minus. Diazo, another name for nitrogen, it is diazo. N triple bond N. And when it is treated with water, you will get phenol, nitrogen gas will go out. So these are the methods of preparation of phenol. Now we will see some reactions of phenol. Here I have made a chart, the same chart is in your notes. You see the phenol, when it is treated with sulfuric acid, and you just look at the temperature is 288, you will get ortho product. But when you heat about 100 degrees Celsius, you will get para product. This is very important to understand. That is, around 288 Kelvin, you will get only ortho product. But if you heat about 100 degrees Celsius, you will get para product. Then treating with ammonia. Ammonia is NH3. So from here one hydrogen, from here OH, water will go out and you will get aniline. You will get aniline. Okay. Now, if phenol is treated with zinc, zinc has great affinity towards oxygen. Zinc has great affinity towards oxygen. So zinc will remove this oxygen and you will get benzene. Okay. Now when phenol is treated with sodium bicarbonate, you will get this product. Okay. Same way, when phenol is treated with bromine. Now here you see bromine in water. If it is bromine in water, you will get 2,4,6 tribromophenol. And here if it is organic solvent, that is CS2, carbon disulfide, you will get one ortho product and one para product. Again, in case of bromine in water, you will get 2,4,6 tribromophenol. And when it is carbon disulfide, means an organic solvent, then you will get one ortho product and one para product. When it is treated with dilute nitric acid, you will get both the products, that is ortho and para. But when you treat with concentrated, you will get 2,4,6 trinitrophenol, which is also called as picric acid. 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. Now next reaction you say here is Kolb's reaction. When phenol is treated with NaOH, from here H, from here OH, you will get sodium phenoxide, and sodium phenoxide, when it is treated with CO2 gas, you will get salicylic acid. This is very important reaction, Kolb's reaction. Now the next reaction is Rimmer-Thermer reaction. In Rimmer-Thermer reaction, phenol, when treated with chloroform, CaCl3 and NaOH, you will get salicylic aldehyde. When phenol is treated with chloroform in presence of alkali at 340 Kelvin, you will get salicylic aldehyde. So this is overall summary of phenol. Just other things like distinguish between phenol and phenol and alcohol. These points are easily given there. You can read it. If you are still having some doubt, you can ask me. Okay. See here, now we are dealing with ethers. What is the general formula of ether? Ether is ROR. Now we will go to classification of it. Simple ether. Simple ether means when both R groups are same, it is called a simple ether. Here you see example CH3, CH3. Means it is dimethyl ether. Mixed ether. Mixed ether means what? Both R groups are different. Here I am written CH3, here it is C2H5. It is ethyl methyl ether. It is ethyl methyl ether. So both R groups are different. Now we will go for methods of preparation. First method is Williamson synthesis. What is this Williamson synthesis? Here I have taken sodium alkoxide. When treated with alkyl halide, you see here, from here Na, from here X will go out, you will get ether. This is very easy, simple Williamson synthesis. Now continuous etherification. When two alcohols you will take, and you will remove water, that is dehydration. If you remove water, you will get ether plus water. This is one more very important reaction from diazomethane. Diazomethane means CH2N2. Here, this CH2 plus this H, it will become CH3. So you will get ROCH3. It is ROCH3. This is diazomethane. CH2 plus this H will give CH3. Means in this one side 100% there will be CH3. Means by this method methyl ether can be prepared. Now these are the reactions of ether. When you do hydrolysis of ether, you just break it from here. Water you can write HOH. You will get ROH and R-OH. Means again you will get two alcohols. Here you see this is the same reaction as this. Two alcohols mixed, you will get ether plus water goes out. Means ether plus water, again you will get two alcohols. Now see the action of hydrogen iodide. If the ethers are simple, when treated with hydrogen iodide in cold condition, one you will get alcohol and one alkyl halide. One alcohol and one alkyl halide. But in hot condition, you will get both alkyl halides. RI, or yes, RI plus RI means two times. Means this HI you need to take two times. Now in case of mixed means when both R groups are different. In cold condition, you will get lower alkyl halide. Remember, you will get lower alkyl halide and higher alcohol. Means if one side it is CH3 and one side it is C2H5. CH3 is lower, so you will get lower alkyl halide means CH3I, and higher alcohol means C2H5OH. Lower alkyl halide and higher alcohol. But in case of hot condition, as you know, both alkyl halide you will get. So RI, R-I plus H2O. But here I have made a star. If one of the R group in mixed ether, if one of the R group is tertiary, you see here it is tertiary. Usually you get lower alkyl halide and higher alcohol. But when one of the group is tertiary, you will get opposite of it. Now we will get lower alcohol. Here I will write lower alcohol and higher alkyl halide. Only in case of tertiary you need to remember, you will get higher alkyl halide and lower alcohol. Okay, so student, this is mostly all the things of ether. Only aromatic ether. Now I have taught already phenols. Same reaction will be for aromatic ether, that is anisole. Only there are 2-3 reactions, that is nitration, sulfonation. You just go through it and solve all 50 MCQs in that. If you have any doubt, you ask me. Thank you.